Hello there. Well, I'm feeling a lot better. I have to keep this taped up and still keep it dry for another week. So the doctor gave me some plastic gloves to put over my hand when I'm taking a shower. But anyways, I'm able to manipulate my fingers, and being left-handed, I'll be able to do something. So I'm going to work on this damn thing here, which caused all this problem in the first place. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to yank the battery out of this. Now, the battery, as I had mentioned in my earlier video, is roughly about 6 years old, so it's really on borrowed time, and it's pretty well worn out. Now, it wouldn't have lasted this long if I had left it in the mower all winter long. I'd never do that. I put the mower away in the fall and take the battery out, of course, and put it in the shed on a shelf and keep it charged once a month on a trickle charger overnight. So right now that's the situation. The battery right now is in the mower from this last time. I never took it out after putting it in and trying to get it started. Now, as I had mentioned, the battery has juice in it to crank over the mower engine. If I jump it from the starter stud to the positive of the battery, she'll crank over. But no action on the key switch. So it's either the key switch or the solenoid or the seat switch, which temporarily is disconnected at the moment so I can get in there, or the clutch, when you've got to engage the clutch so that it start, and make sure that the mower deck is disengaged. These are all safety features, and I have to check and make sure all those switches are good. First thing I'm going to do is yank the battery out of this, and I'm going to check the electrolyte level, and if it needs any, put it in, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a charge on it. One thing I failed to mention is before I can even pull that out to get the battery out, so I can check the electrolyte level and put another charge on it, I got to pump up the front tires. They're always flat when I go in there to get the tractor. The back tires used to be that way, but I had tubes put in them. The front ones, I didn't have the extra money to have the tubes put in. So I can live with pumping the damn tires up. I got a small compressor, and I can pump the tires up. If it's sitting in there for a week or more, they will be flat. So what I have is two 4x4s and a little shim that sits under the frame right in the center. Keeps the weight off the tires, because if I let the tires go totally flat with the weight of the tractor on them, they'll pop the bead, and then therefore you can't get the damn things pumped up. So not with this little compressor. Maybe with a garage compressor you can force a lot of air in and enclose them, and make them seal. So rather than to go through that hassle, I have this block under. Now if I go to take this block out right now, I'll show you. You can see it. The block is right down here. Alright? Normally when these tires are pumped up, these blocks are loose. I'm kicking into it and it isn't moving because the damn tires, the bastards are flat again. So I got to pump them up first. That'll take the weight off the blocks. Then I'll pull the blocks out. Then I'll pull the tractor out. Then I can take the battery out and I can do it. Now you're probably saying, well, what the hell did you do? Leave the battery in all year long? Well, if you watched my video when I did this, no, I put the battery in, or at least I mentioned I put the battery in. I probably didn't have it on video actually installing the battery, but I put the battery in, and it was taken out last October when I stored this, and the battery's always on trickle charge once a month. So it was just put in, so it's only been in there for less than 2 weeks. As a matter of fact, this coming Thursday will be exactly 2 weeks that this happened. So I'm gonna pump this damn tires up, and after I do that, we'll pull this out. So don't go away. I had a big one that I bought at the yard sale many years ago. I got rid of it. I gave it to a friend of mine because the damn thing wouldn't hold pressure. It kept leaking out of the shuttle valve and everything else. Now, there we go. This compressor is good enough to pump in these tires out. Problem is, I can't get the thing on here very good. More than that. There. All right. Put the cap back on and do the other one, and you're going to see the weight. I can't move these blocks yet until I get this one pumped up. Then you're going to see these blocks slide right out. So no matter how flat these tires get, the weight of the tractor will be sitting on these 4x4s here. So they'll never come off the bead. Because they used to come off the bead all the time until I came up with that idea a few years ago. Almost. I'm left-handed, so I can pump the tire better with my left hand. I'm no damn good with my right hand. That's why I was able to pump this one without them. Now, you come right out. Okay? 2 4x4s and a shim block. They just fit in snug. Right under that frame under there. Now I can pull this SOB out. Where I have to work is up under here. So I'll take off the battery. Had this damn thing out so many times that I can do it almost blindfolded. Almost. Not quite. Alright, there's one. These are snugged down pretty good. What we're going to do, and when I pull this out, I'm going to check the electrolyte level. And if it's low, of course we add it, a little water. I have battery acid too, but I don't feel that I really would need to do that. I think when you have to start adding acid to a battery, I think it's pretty well time to get rid of it anyways. Yeah. The first thing you want to do, whether you're working on a car, automobile battery or a tractor battery or whatever, is to clean it off. The best way to use it is a baking soda, but if you wipe down everything good, because when you take these caps off, you don't want this crap getting in your plates inside. So what you do is take a screwdriver and an old rag and you just clean it up. Like that. The main thing, you want to make very sure that you don't get any of this dirt inside where the plates are. Okay. Now, take a screwdriver, and don't believe anybody when they tell you a maintenance-free battery. No such thing. If it's totally sealed, that's different. As long as you can get these caps off, you can check the electrolyte level. This is supposed to be a maintenance-free battery. Well, I'm going to tell you something. They're full of crap because I can see the tops of the plates, and this is why it's not taking a charge good. So we're going to take some battery water and we're going to add to it. I don't think this camera will pick up the plates. I can see them glimmering in the daylight, but I doubt the camera will pick it up. Cells 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's covered. These 5 here are not. So we're going to take care of that right now. Never use tap water. Use distilled water. Do not use anything else but distilled water. Wear safety goggles or glasses. And don't matter if the water gets on the outside a little bit. The main thing is this is all clean. You notice there's no dirt. I very gently, off camera, I wiped down all around all these holes, away from the holes with a clean paper towel. So that nothing will fall into them. Most of my batteries in my cars last me a good 6 years. If you take care of your auto battery, you keep it on charge when you're not, you know, like a tractor and something like that, they will last you a long time, provided you don't let them freeze. In the wintertime, if you don't keep these charged at least once a month, they will freeze. And once a battery freezes, it's no damn good. Okay, what I had done is I had just filled these. Now this whole top is clean, so I can just wipe this off with a clean towel here. And you put the caps back on. If in doubt about the caps, clean on the underside too. You snap them into place. Always use clean rags or paper towels. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're going to put this on a trickle charge overnight. So we'll come back on this project when I'm done charging this battery. And we're going to leave her on because now that we got the water level up, I've neglected to check the water level as often as I should have. So just let that be a lesson to you. Always take care of your auto battery, tractor batteries, or whatever. And never let them freeze. And never let them become discharged totally. If you're not using the vehicle, whatever the vehicle may be, at least keep a trickle charger on it at least once a month. I would say probably for overnight. If it's a car battery, maybe for a couple days with a trickle charger ain't going to hurt it. On these type of batteries, you never want to use more than a 1 amp trickle charger on them, like a motorcycle battery charger, something like that. Okay, that's all I can do today because I got to charge that thing overnight. So we're going to call this part 1 of getting this thing started. So getting cloudy and it's getting humid again. We had yesterday was a little bit of rainy day and it was much less humid, but it was a lot cooler. It's starting to get muggy again. So when that battery's fully charged, we're going to work on the wires underneath here, and we're going to take and if I can find some jumper wires that'll reach out to here. I'll leave the battery down here and I'll run it onto the cables in here so that it'll have all this access to work on. Temporarily I got this disconnected. What I'm going to do is eliminate this plug because it got broken and doesn't come out anymore. So I'm going to hardwire it to safety with a little longer wire so that it'll be down underneath and it won't be in the way, and then I got to work on that solenoid. So right at the moment we're going to close this up. We're going to put this thing back in here again, and we'll come on this once I get that battery charged. I can't do any more today because we may get caught in a little bit of rain here. We do need the rain. Don't go away. This old goat, he's going to be changing channels. That's the only thing good he's at. The only thing I'm good at is changing channels. The only thing I change in life is changing channels. I guess I can't even read my own damn shirt. I'm trying to read it upside down. Had this shirt on for so many years. No, I didn't have it on my body so many years. I've had it for many years. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and if you do, please do not name it after me. Catch you on part 2.